TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. And let's not waste no time, shall we? Let's get right into it. Oh yeah, let me grab this real quick. Okay. So, I saw this during the week. Just give me a minute to find it. Let me see. There it goes right there. Okay. Yeah, so I saw something this week that I just had to talk about. I saw a tweet from someone called Meta Jane, and it went and she tweeted something about her niece, and this is what it said. It said, "My niece ended her life by suicide this week. She was only 14. She was targeted by a pedophile ring on TikTok and groomed, sent them pics. Her mom found out when Homeland Security showed up at the door a couple of months ago. They didn't tell the rest of the family. The guilt and shame with an already anxious mind was too much. She was receiving therapy, and they did not think that she was suicidal. There was no warning and no note, but her mom found her hanging by the light fixture on Monday afternoon. If you give your kids free access to social media, you do not know who they are talking to. It's not out in the open. It's hidden in the DMs, the direct messages. They disguise themselves as other kids. They are insidious and good at infiltrating protected group chats. Get your kids off of TikTok and Instagram. Do not let your daughters or sons post provocative photos because everyone else is doing it. Just because everyone else is doing it. The threat is real. And according to the government agents who took my niece's statement far more common than anyone wants to admit, it's a growing problem. This is not a political post. Anyone who comes in here with politics will get blocked. Rightfully so. My family feels broken right now. I feel broken. Please have the decency to choose. Please have the decency if you choose to reply. This is a message to parents or grandparents who have teenagers and think they are safe on these apps. They are not. So that was the tweet from Meta Jane. Yeah. Got some real nasty motherfuckers on Twitter. I mean, not, well, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Yeah. When I read that, you, hey, just watch what you keep. Just keep your kids safe. You know, a lot of nasty motherfuckers on TikTok and Instagram. I just can't believe they have a pedophile ring going on that allowed a 14-year-old girl to end her life by suicide. That's insane. That is just absolutely insane. So, prayers up to Etta Jane. And I hope these nasty motherfuckers on TikTok and Instagram get the fuck off. Cause this is some sick satanic shit that caused a 14-year-old girl to end her life by suicide. Some sick satanic shit. Okay, so it is Men's Mental Health Month. So there's still a stigma around mental health, especially around men. And only 9% of men in the US, only 9%. 9% of men in the US have daily feelings of depression and anxiety. 1 in 3 men took meds, and 1 in 4 spoke to a mental health professional. 40% of men have never spoken to anyone about their mental health, and 20% say they're too embarrassed to speak about it, and 20% say there is a negative stigma around mental health. 75% of suicides are men. As men, we use the most lethal methods: firearms, hanging. Man, don't be embarrassed to speak out, okay? Don't be embarrassed to speak out. I deal with depression. I deal with anxiety. I even think about suicide, okay? So, I'm just here to tell you, no, don't be afraid to speak up. Talk to somebody. Pro athletes, I've talked about this before. A lot of pro athletes have come to the forefront, admitting their challenges with mental health. Dak Prescott, Hayden Hurst, Kevin Love, Solomon Thomas, DJ Chark. Hope I didn't butcher that name. But, yeah. So if NFL players, NBA players, can talk about their challenges with mental health, no. So what's stopping us? The common man, the everyday common man, from speaking up about their challenges, Twitch, spoke about it in my last video, ended his life by suicide. Yeah, so, so I would just say to the common man like me, and to the common man in the audience who are watching this, don't be afraid to speak up, Believe me, the burden will be a lot less heavier. The burden will be a lot less heavier if you speak up. Yeah. Again, had some real mental health issues that started when I was as young as 12. Got worse when I graduated high school. And I decided to seek help by myself. Okay. there was nobody to talk to about all this. I decided to get help by myself. Now, when I was younger and I got help, it was just me and my counselor and no one else. So my support system was my counselor. That's it. Didn't have nobody else to talk to about it. And so when I was younger, it was just me and my counselor. Then over the years, it started getting a little bit more broad, more people. And it wasn't until I was around 30, 31 that I started to get some more support. I started to seek out more support. And because I'm not the best at reaching out. Some of you all, y'all may not be the best at reaching out too. I'm not the greatest at reaching out. And but trust me, reaching out, it definitely lessens the burden. It definitely lessens the burden on you. And all of a sudden you won't feel so heavy. You won't carry the heaviness of these depressive feelings. You won't carry the heaviness of suicidal feelings that you feel. So yeah, from pro athletes to the everyday common man, to the men who are watching this, the burden is going to feel a lot less. The burden is going to feel much lighter when you seek someone out. It can be your wife, a trusted coworker, trusted friend. Just anybody you trust. Again, I'm not the best at reaching out, but I do. And I reach out even when I don't even feel like it. I reached out to a friend this week, because I found myself slipping back into some old habits of mine. So reach out. Lessen the burden on you. Yeah. Lessen the burden on you. Trust me. It'll be the best thing you do. Because knowing that other people out there who are concerned about you, who are thinking of you. Yeah. So the burden's going to be a lot less heavy. So, man, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to reach out. All right. One more thing before I go. Why is everybody all of a sudden coming after Melanie Mack? Okay, for those of you who may not know, Melanie Mack is she's a Christian, a believer. She has a biblical worldview. She's a popular YouTuber, popular gamer. And people have just been coming at her hard. And they're coming at her hard because of her faith, okay? And I just find it so laughable that people are coming after her because of her faith. And they don't like that. Well, I'm pretty sure she doesn't care, because she's going to continue to roll on. And if you don't like it, you're probably going to burn with anger, because she knows she's covered by the blood of Jesus. So I pretty sure Melanie Mack is laughing now. Okay. Melanie Mack is probably laughing at her haters right now. Anyway, man. One more time. The burden will be lessened if you just reach out and speak up. And there's always hope. 988. There's always hope, okay? Man, there's always hope out there. Speak up. Speak out. There's always hope. 988. 988. All right. This has been the Sean Farrell podcast. Hope everybody has a lovely, peaceful weekend. Thank you for watching. I will see you all soon.